Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we delve into The Family Firm by Emily Oster, a groundbreaking book published in 2021 that combines the latest research on preteen child development with a pragmatic, data-driven framework for parenting. Oster, a respected economist, best-selling author, and professor at Brown University with a PhD from Harvard, guides parents through the complex task of making informed decisions about their child's education, nutrition, sleep, and activities, much like a CEO strategizes for a successful firm. Drawing from her analytical background and the success of her prior book, Expecting Better, which applies a similar approach to pregnancy, Oster empowers parents of children ages 5 to 12, educators and psychology enthusiasts to approach parenting challenges with confidence, supported by evidence and structured methods. The Family Firm is more than a book. It's a strategy guide for those looking to apply a thoughtful, analytical approach to the most important job of all, raising a child. The Family Firm, a data-driven guide to better decision-making in the early school years. Introduction: Transforming parenting into a CEO role. Master decision-making with business acumen. Imagine running your family like a well-oiled corporation, where decisions aren't based on whims, but on thoughtful, evidence-based strategies. If that sounds intriguing, then you're about to embark on a journey that intertwines the complexities of parenting with the structured decision-making of a seasoned business leader. This exploration isn't just theoretical, it's a practical guide laden with insights from the latest child development research, tailored for parents of children aged 5 to 12. Parenting, much like running a business, is filled with critical decisions that can influence the course of your child's development. From establishing a healthy diet to managing screen time effectively, the shared goal to optimize the outcomes, ensuring your children thrive in an ever-changing world. In this guide, you'll uncover ingenious methods to encourage your little ones to embrace vegetables, turning mealtime battles into a thing of the past. The intriguing connection between how parents balance their work commitments and their children's academic performance, an unexpected perspective on helicopter parenting, revealing that being deeply involved in your child's life might have its advantages after all. By the end of this journey, you'll have a refreshed outlook on parenting, equipped with the knowledge and tools to approach daily decisions and challenges with the confidence of a CEO. Ready to lead your family firm to success? Let's dive in and discover how the principles of business acumen can transform your parenting approach. Part 1. Unlocking your child's potential with the power of Zzz. Imagine if there was a secret ingredient that could boost your child's academic performance, enhance their emotional well-being, and lay the groundwork for a successful future. No, it's not a superfood or a pricey extracurricular program. It's something as simple and as complex as sleep. The author, blending her roles as both a parent and an economist, takes us on a data-driven journey that unveils the critical importance of sleep in the realm of parenting. By delving into scientific studies, she sheds light on sleep's pivotal role, not just as a mere period of rest, but as a cornerstone of children's development and health. A noteworthy investigation involving 3,000 high schoolers in Rhode Island brought to light a stark reality. Students who skimp on sleep and have later bedtimes not only see their grades plummet, but are also at a heightened risk for depression. This brings us to a vital insight. Sleep is not just beneficial for children, it's indispensable for their success and happiness. However, the interplay between academic performance and sleep duration is nuanced. A comprehensive meta-analysis examining the sleep habits of 20,000 children revealed that it's not merely the quantity of sleep that matters, but also its quality. Daytime sleepiness emerged as a key factor, hinting at a personalized sleep need among children to stay alert and engaged throughout the day. The causal connection between sleep and academic outcomes was further illuminated through an innovative experiment where children, aged 8 to 12, alternated between a week of reduced sleep and a week of extended sleep. The impact of this seemingly minor change was profound. Decreased sleep led to notable declines in memory and math capabilities, alongside a surge in emotional volatility. This evidence suggests that striving for an optimal amount of sleep, around 11 hours for elementary school children, might not just be beneficial. It could be crucial. It underscores the notion that when it comes to nurturing the young minds and hearts in our charge, ensuring they get ample sleep might just be the most impactful investment we can make. Part 2: The Balancing Act: Navigating Parenthood and Professional Life. It's the million-dollar question that haunts the corridors of many households. How does the decision to work full-time impact the lives of our children? This dilemma, faced predominantly by women, is multifaceted and laden with guilt and uncertainty. But what if we could peel back the layers of personal bias and societal pressure and look at the hard data? What story does the evidence tell us about the dual pursuit of career and family life? While the quantitative data may not capture the nuances of parental love or the quality of child-parent interactions, admittedly, how could it? It does offer insights into two critical areas of our children's lives: their academic success and their physical health. Here's the fundamental takeaway. Your professional life outside the home could influence your children's school performance and well-being, but perhaps not in the ways you might expect. Research draws an intriguing connection between working mothers and their children's academic achievements. Surprisingly, children of mothers who work outside the home often fare slightly better in their studies. This correlation is particularly pronounced among families from lower-income households and communities of color, suggesting that the financial stability and positive role modeling provided by working mothers can enhance educational outcomes. Interestingly, the data also hints at a more pronounced benefit for daughters than for sons, potentially due to the empowering example set by their mothers. However, the story shifts when we consider families with higher incomes. Here, the academic impact of maternal employment is marginally negative, perhaps reflecting the trade-off between working hours and time spent on enriching parental interactions. The narrative around parental employment and childhood obesity is more straightforward and somewhat concerning. Children from dual-income families are significantly more likely to struggle with obesity, a trend that holds true across income brackets but is especially marked in higher-income families. The culprits? A combination of less nutritious dietary choices, increased consumption of sugary beverages, and more screen time. Each of these lifestyle factors is closely linked to the limited availability of parents who work full-time jobs. The implications of these findings extend beyond children, touching on the well-being of working mothers themselves. Despite the happiness derived from both career success and family life, attempting to juggle these roles can exact a heavy toll. Working mothers often report higher levels of stress, fatigue, and dissatisfaction compared to their non-working counterparts, highlighting the complex, sometimes contradictory nature of seeking fulfillment in both domains. Ultimately, the decision to work outside the home is deeply personal and influenced by a myriad of factors, both tangible and intangible. While data can guide us through some of the implications of this choice, it's clear that navigating the interplay between professional aspirations and parenting responsibilities remains a nuanced and highly individualized journey. Part 3: Shaping Lifelong Tastes. The Power of a Healthy Childhood Diet. Struggling to navigate the daily battlefield that is your child's diet? You're not alone. The quest to ensure our kids prefer broccoli over burgers is a universal struggle for parents. But beyond the dinner table standoffs, the science behind childhood diets reveals a fascinating and impactful truth. The foods our children eat today can set the stage for their dietary preferences and health for the rest of their lives. Imagine a palate being crafted before birth, with each meal further defining a lifelong taste canvas. Remarkably, research indicates that our predilection for certain foods begins in the womb. A study spotlighting carrot consumption during pregnancy found that children whose mothers frequently ate carrots developed a notably stronger liking for this vegetable compared to their peers. This principle extends beyond the cradle, as studies consistently demonstrate that the dietary habits entrenched in childhood firmly persist into adulthood. Whether it's a comforting dish that brings back memories or the habitual consumption of certain staples, the flavors of our youth continue to influence our choices at the dining table, long after we've grown. A vivid example comes from a study of adults who, despite relocating from a rice predominant region in India to a wheat centric area, persisted in their preference for rice, even at a higher cost and amidst financial constraints. So, how can parents wield this powerful insight to steer their children towards healthier eating habits? The answer lies in persistence and exposure. While it's common for children to initially reject unfamiliar vegetables, repeated introductions to these foods can gradually transform distaste into enjoyment. A compelling experiment with preschoolers illustrated this beautifully. Initially, vegetables like red pepper and squash were met with responses leaning towards yucky. However, after several exposures, each acting like another brushstroke on the canvas of their palate, children's opinions shifted closer to yummy. Impressively, their vegetable consumption surged by over fourfold during the study. This evidence champions a proactive approach to childhood nutrition, emphasizing that it's never too late, or too early, to cultivate a taste for the good stuff. So, before surrendering to the convenience of processed snacks or the allure of sweets, remember the transformative potential of perseverance. By introducing, reintroducing, and yes, reintroducing healthy foods, you're not just fighting for a peaceful mealtime today, you're sculpting the dietary preferences and health outcomes of tomorrow's adults. Keep offering those greens, because eventually they just might become the favorite part of the meal. Part 4. Rethinking Helicopter Parenting. Not all hovering is harmful. When envisioning the spectrum of parenting styles, where do you see yourself? Are you the rigorous tiger mom, setting high expectations? Perhaps you're more of a free-range parent, valuing independence and exploration. Today, let's delve into a frequently misunderstood category, the helicopter parent, known for their close, sometimes overly close, orbit around their children's lives. Envision a typical morning for a helicopter parent. They're the living, breathing alarm clock ensuring their child wakes up on time, the personal stylist laying out the day's outfit, the chef preparing a nutritious breakfast, and the personal assistant double-checking that the school backpack lacks nothing. They're also often the escort to school, making sure their child arrives safely. This intense level of involvement has earned helicopter parenting a somewhat tarnished reputation. But does this hands-on approach truly merit the negative backlash? The prevailing wisdom on helicopter parenting may need some updating. Research uncovers that a higher degree of parental involvement is linked to superior academic outcomes for high school students. What's more, comprehensive reviews spanning numerous studies, including younger children, consistently demonstrate a positive relationship between parental engagement and academic success. The logic is quite straightforward. Compare two students, one who manages his morning routine independently, navigating breakfast and backpack prep on his own. While laudable, this autonomy doesn't guarantee perfection. Forgotten homework and tardiness can and do happen. His counterpart, under the wing of a helicopter parent, faces fewer such mishaps. This reliability might just provide an edge over time. However, the picture gets more complicated with age. For college students, an excess of parental involvement has been associated with less social engagement, alongside heightened anxiety and depression levels. These findings hint at a sweet spot in parenting, being present and supportive without stifling a child's burgeoning independence. Is there an ideal form of parental involvement? According to data, the golden rule is to actively encourage and model a positive outlook on life for your children. This involves showing support and teaching valuable life lessons, rather than crossing the line into doing their work for them, which research agrees is counterproductive. In sum, while helicopter parenting undoubtedly has its pitfalls, especially as children grow older, its outright dismissal overlooks the nuanced and sometimes beneficial aspects of being deeply involved in a child's life. The challenge lies in balancing supportive engagement with the freedom necessary for children to develop into capable, independent adults. Part 5. Deciphering the blueprint of outstanding schools through data. Imagine dedicating nearly 19,000 hours of your child's life to an institution. Yes, we're talking about school, a place where your child will not only learn to read and write, but also develop critical thinking skills, forge lifelong relationships, and begin to carve out their own place in the world. With so much at stake, the quest to find the perfect educational setting suddenly feels like a mission of paramount importance. But how does one navigate this monumental decision? The answer, it turns out, might lie in data. Let's delve into what research reveals about the hallmarks of exceptional schools. At the heart of every great school, you'll find the cornerstone of education: outstanding teachers. The significant impact of teachers stretches far beyond the classroom walls. Surprisingly, the benefits of having an experienced kindergarten teacher ripple out, influencing not only academic performance but also financial success well into adulthood. Further compelling evidence underscores that high-quality teachers not only reduce the likelihood of teenage pregnancies but also boost long-term earnings. The size of the school matters too. Data consistently points to smaller class sizes as a crucial element in fostering both immediate and lifelong achievement. This finding puts into perspective the nuanced trade-offs between personalized attention and the resources available in larger class environments. For those weighing the options between public and charter schools in the United States, the decision becomes even trickier. At first glance, the differing academic outcomes between students from these two paths seem clouded by socioeconomic factors and family choices rather than the school's characteristics themselves. However, a unique insight emerges from districts employing a lottery system for charter school admissions. This random selection process offers a clearer comparison, revealing that charter school students tend to achieve higher academically, with gains comparable to an increase of about 6 IQ points, than their public school counterparts. So when the time comes to choose where your child will spend those critical 19,000 hours, remember that data can illuminate the path to a school that not only meets but exceeds expectations. Whether it's recognizing the invaluable role of highly skilled teachers, understanding the benefits of smaller class sizes, or considering the potential advantages of charter schools, evidence-based criteria can guide your decision towards the best possible educational home for your child. Part 6. Navigating the world of youth sports: benefits, risks, and making informed choices. From the whirlwind of dance recitals to the buzzing energy at soccer fields, the landscape of children's athletics is vast and varied. As a parent, the commitment to nurture your child's physical prowess might have you constantly on the move, shuttling them from one activity to the next. But amidst this bustling schedule, it's worth pausing to consider: what do we truly know about the benefits and hazards that accompany sports participation for kids? Children's engagement in sports often stems from a desire to boost their health and fitness. However, the reality of sports' impact on well-being might not align with our expectations as neatly as we hope. The essence here is straightforward. While sports offer long-term advantages for children, they're not without their challenges. Interestingly, when it comes to combating obesity, sports participation doesn't wield the magic wand we might have imagined. Data suggests a negligible impact on preventing excessive weight gain. Some findings even indicate that kids involved in specific sports, like American football, may have higher tendencies toward obesity. This could be a reflection of personal choices among heavier children towards certain sports, but the correlation between athletics and diet brings another dimension. Active kids tend to consume both healthier meals and higher quantities of less nutritious snacks. Yet it's not all disappointing news. Delving deeper into the literature reveals more encouraging insights. For instance, a study tracking Swiss children demonstrated that those who engaged in extracurricular sports activities maintained superior aerobic fitness levels, benefits that persisted even 2 years after the program concluded. Further research links early sports involvement with a greater likelihood of staying active into adulthood, a promising indicator of sustained health. However, alongside these benefits, sports carry inherent risks, particularly concerning brain health. The issue of concussions looms large, with studies illuminating the potential for long-term neurological damage from repeated head traumas, an unsettling prospect for any parent. Sports like American football, soccer, especially among girls, wrestling, and basketball present higher concussion risks due to their physical nature. Faced with these facts, how can parents steer their children towards safer paths? Engaging in sports with minimal concussion risks, such as running, tennis, or swimming, might offer a viable alternative, allowing children to reap the benefits of physical activity while mitigating its dangers. As we chart the course through the dynamic arena of youth sports, it becomes clear that informed decision-making is crucial. Balancing the undeniable advantages of physical activity against the potential for harm isn't simple, but with careful consideration, parents can guide their children toward fulfilling and safe athletic experiences. Part 7. Navigating the digital age, the complex impact of screen time on kids. In an era where screens are omnipresent, from the smartphone in your pocket to the smart TV in your living room, parents globally are grappling with the impact of digital exposure on their children. The concern is not unfounded. After all, tales of screen addiction and its alleged detriments flood our media. But before we jump to conclusions, it's worth exploring what research actually says about the effects of screen time on our youngest generation. The conversation around children's engagement with digital devices is as old as the devices themselves, echoing past anxieties about novel inventions. Remember the fear that novels would corrupt young minds in the 17th and 18th centuries. At the core of the modern digital dilemma is a surprising truth. The data on kids and screen time is mixed. Let's break it down. The average child in America engages with television for about 24 hours a week. However, drawing a direct line between TV consumption and negative outcomes, like poor grades, is murky at best. Could it be that children without TVs simply spend their time in activities more directly beneficial to academic success? The debate extends to the realm of video games, particularly violent ones. Laboratory studies do suggest a correlation between violent gameplay and aggressive behavior. Additionally, individuals who favor violent games seem more prone to violence. Yet, the chicken and egg question looms large. Are inherently aggressive individuals drawn to violent games, or do these games incite violence in players? Concerning game addiction, the panic might be overblown. Only a fraction of young gamers, 2 to 10%, exhibit genuine signs of addiction, and even within this group, predispositions toward addictive behaviors are often pre-existing. However, amidst these equivocal findings, one detrimental effect of screen time emerges with clarity: its negative impact on sleep. The presence of a television in a child's room is linked to both reduced quantity and quality of sleep. Moreover, screen use in the hours leading up to bedtime is a universal sleep disruptor, affecting adults and children alike. In navigating the digital landscape with our children, the advice that emerges is practical and clear. Moderating screen usage, especially before bedtime, is a beneficial habit for families to adopt. While the discourse on screen time and its implications for children's development will undoubtedly evolve with further research, prioritizing healthy sleep patterns stands out as an evidence-backed strategy worth implementing. Final summary. The journey of parenting is brimming with decisions that sculpt the path your child will tread in their life ahead. As we navigate through the myriad choices and challenges, a few pivotal areas stand out for their profound impact on a child's future: sleep, diet, education, and parenting style. Ensuring your child receives adequate rest is more than just about avoiding crankiness. It's about laying the groundwork for their cognitive development and emotional well-being. Just as crucial is their diet, where instilling a preference for healthy foods can shape their lifelong eating habits, consequently influencing their physical health and relationship with food. The choice of educational environment is equally significant. A school that boasts exceptional educators and maintains manageable class sizes can be the crucible for academic excellence and personal growth. It's in such settings that children often find the inspirations and challenges that lead them toward fulfilling careers and lives. Parenting style, especially in how we balance independence with support, plays a crucial role too. While fostering independence is key, providing structured support, such as assisting with homework or ensuring a nutritious breakfast, can offer the stability and encouragement children need to thrive. As parents, every decision, no matter how small it might seem, contributes to the tapestry of our children's futures. By focusing our efforts on these pivotal areas, we can empower our children, setting them on a course not just for immediate success, but for a lifetime of achievement and fulfillment. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.